God is not silent. Things you're begging God to change is the exact thing He's using to transform you. You pray, you fast, you cry, and still nothing moves. Nothing shifts, and you start to wonder, has God forgotten me? But here's the shocking truth. Your delay is not God's denial, it's often His design. Because God's timing is rarely aligned with your urgency, but it's always tied to your destiny. You want the pain to stop, but God wants your faith to grow. You want closure, but God is building your capacity. You want results, but God is developing roots. This is not punishment, it's preparation. Few people know this, but some of the greatest miracles in the Bible came after devastating silence. Think of Joseph, betrayed, imprisoned, forgotten, not for days but for years. And yet Genesis 50 verse 20 reminds you what he learned. What was meant for evil, God used for good. So why are you doubting in the dark what God whispered in the light? When your heart aches with longing, when everyone else seems to be moving forward while you're stuck in the same season, don't just endure it. Steward it, because hidden inside your waiting season is a war for your perspective. The enemy wants you bitter, impatient, resentful. But God is shaping you into someone who can handle what you've been praying for. Romans 8 verse 28 isn't just a comforting verse, it's a warning not to judge your life too soon. All things are working, not just the good days but the grief, the confusion, the heartbreak, the delays. Few people understand that spiritual maturity is tested not when prayers are answered, but when heaven is silent. You say you're tired of waiting? So was Hannah. She cried until she had no voice left. But her breakthrough came not when she forced God's hand, but when she aligned her heart with His will. You think God's late? Ask Lazarus, buried 4 days, hopeless. But Jesus didn't just heal him, He raised him. Because God doesn't just fix situations, He resurrects them, and when He does, it's never on your schedule, it's always for His glory. That's the lesson. The waiting is not wasted, it's woven with purpose you can't yet see. So trust isn't passive. It's defiant. It says, even when I feel forgotten, I will remain faithful. Isaiah 40 verse 31 isn't poetic fluff, it's your battle cry. Those who wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. Not those who complain, not those who give up, not those who manipulate outcomes, those who wait. And while you're waiting, stay steadfast in His word. Don't scroll endlessly, study intentionally. Don't just talk about faith, live like He's still writing your story. Because He is. Here's what few people admit. What you do in the waiting reveals what you truly believe about God. So what's your posture? Are you pacing in anxiety or kneeling in surrender? Are you cursing the delay or cultivating deeper trust? Are you chasing shortcuts or clinging to promises? This is your proving ground. This is where spiritual giants are made, not in answered prayers but in unwavering trust. Let this ache drive you to God, not away from Him. And here's the truth you need tattooed on your soul. The promise still stands even if the path looks different. Don't just wait, worship while you wait. Don't just hope, hold on like He's never failed you before. Because He hasn't. And He won't. If you're desperate for change, let it begin with your perspective. If you're begging for clarity, ask for endurance. And if your heart is breaking, remind it that the potter never wastes broken pieces. The cross looked like a delay, but it was a doorway. Your pain might be loud, but God's plan is louder. So now, what will you do in the waiting? Will you trust the timing of the one who holds time itself? Will you let your aching heart become a worshiping heart? Because here's what no one's telling you. When you stand firm in faith, even in the silence, even in the storm, hell takes notice, and heaven prepares to move. Stay rooted. Stay desperate for His word. Stay dangerous to doubt. Because God is not done with your story. He's just not finished blowing your mind. Subscribe if you're ready to stop living small and start trusting. Like and share this video to others that need it.